Hello and thanks for watching my video. Today I will be showing you guys a submission server that me and a friend hacked together over the winter break of 2015. We spent about a week, 2 weeks to do this, and right now I can't technically release the source code because it is in production and being used, but this video is just to introduce you to the system and the project that I did. Alright, so traditionally, a submission server was always used for the Comp 2402 Data Structures and Algorithms course for the Computer Science Department at Carleton. And over the break, I think one of my friends went to see the professor and he talked about how they could improve the course. And one of the things that came out was, what if we had a better web application to do the things that we want, something that's more modern? So I took on the task of building the front end portion of this application because much of the server side was done by a buddy of mine. He was closer to the shell scripting and the old submission server code that graded and of course compiled user implementations to give him a grade. So today I will mostly be showing you guys just a run through of the application and how it works. So before I start and show you guys the application, I wanted to talk a little bit about the part that I did, the front end. And it's basically JavaScript, but when I was searching for all different kinds of frameworks to use, Ember.js really stood out among the others. The first of all, I really like how Ember organizes your projects into something called pods. I know it doesn't come with the default setup, but when you enable pods, you're essentially creating little subsystems of routes for each one of your possible routes that you use for pages. And this is a really nice, very well thought out architecture, because if I want anything to do with my index page, everything will be under my index folder. Anything that is on another page will be on another folder. So things are very close together. You don't just open up a big controller folder with all your controllers in there and you have to figure out which one to use. So this is one of the cool things about developing with the Ember CLI. Another thing is that Ember itself can be run just on a vanilla JS file, but when you integrate this with the CLI, what it basically is doing, it's letting you develop in this sort of pod format where your files are all over the place. But when you actually build your Ember app, everything goes into the distribution folder and they automatically minify your assets and your script. So really what you're exporting out to your clients is this very small minified JavaScript file, which is easily and quickly downloadable, and it's the smallest size possible. One of the other reasons that I used Ember is because it's based on single page applications. So when you load up the web app, you simply get the index.html. You don't get anything else, and there's no other request sent over the web that will request for a new page. So you get a faster web application that's more responsive and doesn't need to re-render the entire page when it's unneeded to. So also, Ember's virtual DOM does a very good job of batching read and write operations onto the screen, but I won't get into that too much. So that's enough about Ember already. Let's see the app. Alright, so basically, this is how we start. We load up a node server that's supporting our Ember.js, and this is the reason why we chose having a node server to serve our index.html, is that basically Ember needs to have a place where we can accept file uploads and be able to pull in all the assignment uploads to one server, and the server will do the marking on them. So we thought Node would be perfect because it's in JavaScript. We all know JavaScript, and we all live happily ever after. But another reason is that it's really easy to configure a Node server's routing system to basically match all routes, wildcard every single route, and pool the routes right towards serving the index.html. Because whenever we want to request another page from our application, we serve them the index HTML, and Ember will basically just take care of it from there on, and then do the transaction or transition for you. Magic. So this is what the students see when they first launch the web page, and just a little bit about the CSS here. I used a library called Material CSS, which was hacked together by some Google interns that worked over the summer, and they basically made a really nice fluid CSS library that's really easy to use, and I would recommend it to anybody who's building websites these days. And it has a really nice material, flat, pale look that's just so desirable nowadays. And these usually students don't have a secret key when they start, so we can always create one right here. It's a 9-digit student number and your username. So here we go. Alright, send me my key. The secret key is sent to our email addresses, and basically now when you get that email address, you should be able to log in. I have mine saved here. Alright, here we go. Let's go into the application. Alright, as you can see, these are all the assignments that are due on different days, of course. 56 days, the last assignment. There we have challenges and we have normal assignments this year. And we also have a bunch of rankings, and the way that this rankings work is that the students' assignments are being timed, and they're also being graded for correctness. Basically, the best students are going to see themselves as, oh, you've ranked number 1, but we don't release any grades to anybody. Just where you rank among the other students who submit. So let's demo a submission for you. This should be easy. I have an assignment right here just to submit. Alright, submission is automatic. It's taking its time to mark. So the server's doing a little bit of work. Cool. I got 100%. What do you know? Alright, so basically how the marking works is that when I submit a zip file, the node server will save the file somewhere on the server, and then it would initiate a shell script that goes into that directory, extracts all the files from them, make a record that you have submitted, the student has submitted, and then starts to compile each and one of their Java files. Basically, once it's compiled, it will initialize them with a bunch of variables and arguments, and basically it will read all the standard output from those programs and basically make a log. Once this log is made and once the marking is done, all this log is sent over to the client, where you can see, okay, the compile is done, the code checker is done, every part, how well you did your test files work, and it will output this to the student, where the student can be like, oh, cool, I did this, I got this right, I got this wrong, and whatsoever. And of course, if they want a permanent record of this, they can click on this send results, which will send an email to the student about his performance. It's all really cool because this whole grading system is automated, and students can submit multiple times until they get tired or until they get 100, and then they're certain that their mark is going to be good. And then hopefully they learn something as well. So the rankings, right? So I think I'm the only one who has submitted, and the rankings page has only me. And if I was ranked second, then I would have a silver cup, and ranked third, I would have a bronze cup. There's a nice background for you, just so you feel like you did accomplish something and you didn't slack off. You did good if you got to this stage. Basically, that's really what I want to show you. Another cool thing, I guess we missed a chance, is that the Materialize CSS is a great library. It's all these cool little widgets you can play with, and they all come built in, so it's really easy to instantiate and use. That's about it, and this application is right now in use for the 2402 Data Structures and Algorithms course, and this brings us to the end of this demo. thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you later next time. Bye bye.